Welcome to the best of the Chris Vernon Show, presented by Direct Auto Insurance from the American Home Shield Studio inside FedEx Forum. To watch the live show daily at noon or on demand, head over to grindcitymedia.com or Grind City Media on YouTube. Now, let's take a look back at some of the best moments of the week.
At each hotel, there will be a player's lounge with video games, card tables, ping pong, and other recreational activities. No doubles in ping pong for social distancing reasons, and the new packs will be used for each session of card games. That's in there.
Yeah.
That's in there.
Dude, do you know how many decks of cards they're going to have there?
Dude, they're going to have hella cards. Like
They are going to have 1 million deck of cards because NBA players love to play cards.
Exactly.
Forgive me.
Oh, they're going to have dice.
Forgive me. Just give me this brief moment.
Okay.
Now, assuming that the season does restart and they're doing it in the bubble and they're doing it in Orlando, right? What sport are they going to be playing?
Basketball.
They're going to be playing basketball.
Yes.
They are going to be playing basketball, right?
Yes.
Me, we've all played basketball. A lot of basketball.
Yes.
They are going to play basketball, and yet there is a restriction on doubles ping pong.
Stay woke.
Yeah.
Stay woke.
I mean, am I the only one that read that and was like, wait, what? They are pouring with sweat. They are throwing a germ.
And they are 48 minutes.
And there will be at least 20 people participate in said game.
Yeah, germ ball.
Right?
Yeah.
Germ ball.
Yeah.
As they are playing. But when they go back to the hotel, singles ping pong only. I was like, what? What is happening? Like what is I just thought it was incredibly funny for them to put in that restriction as something that, specific. It's very specific. There will be ping pong, but no doubles, all right? Now, y'all can go sweat your asses off and run into each other for 2.5 hours. But when we're going to cool down and we're back at the hotel, singles only on the ping pong table. I don't know.
And also there's a swimming pool.
Yeah, I think there's a swimming pool.
Only one guy allowed in the pool at a time?
This is a lot of stuff in this thing.
All right, no
man.
one's going to be stopped from leaving, but if someone leaves the campus without approval and wants to re-enter, they're going to face a 10-day quarantine and have to undergo deep nasal testing.
Oh.
That is way worse than having to sit out for 10 days.
Yes.
I would rather sit out for 10 days than get the deep nasal test.
That
sounds horrible.
Yeah.
You're still going to get paid either way, as long as you're there.
Players will be tested for performance-enhancing drugs and masking agents. Unlike normal circumstances, there will be no testing for recreational drugs. Players have been advised by the league that marijuana is illegal in Florida. It's also banned at Disney World.
I think as an adult, I think that might be the only way I could walk around Disney World and deal with all that.
So I think I think they've made it very clear, right?
Put their foot down.
There's no weed at Disney World, and there is no weed in the state of Florida. We're not going to test you for it, but we want to make it sure that you know that this is illegal there.
Keep it to yourself, guys.
In your bowl. We also want to know we will not be monitoring your use at any way. We will not be monitoring the use. There will be no security guards walking around smelling, taking whiffs of your room.
All these players are going to be driving to Florida instead of flying, so they can have it with them.
Barbers, manicurists, pedicurists, and hair braiders will be selected jointly by the NBA PA and will be available to players via appointment.
Okay, so that's a problem.
Oh.
So if you know the black community, my community, we treat our barbers like a relationship.
Okay.
We do not go to different barbers because it's like cheating on your barber. How does this work with NBA players? Do they have like
They're going to have to cheat on their barber.
it's tough.
You're putting them in a position.
It's putting people in a
Yeah.
bad spot. Like you can never ever cheat on your barber.
Like if you're a Grizzlies player and your barber is like in Atlanta, you like fly to Atlanta.
yeah, you fly to Atlanta or you fly him here. Mm-hmm. But
That's not happening.
it's not happening. So one guy's gonna get all the money.
Well, not one guy. Maybe
I mean, you're going to have
the
one
NBA
barber for 22 teams.
The
like
NBA
that, you know.
PA, surely there are some guys that are incredibly well trusted and have a lot of NBA clients. Wouldn't you imagine?
You would think so.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
They're probably
like Chris Styles.
Huh?
Like Chris Styles down
Does
here.
he have a ton of NBA clients?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, you try to find one. Yeah, I mean, look.
So that guy may come to represent the Grizzlies and do all the hair for the Grizzlies.
Or
Yeah.
T. Morant.
Or T. Morant.
Yeah.
There you go.
Side hustle.
Chop the whole team up.
Right?
There we
Or
go.
Ja.
He can
Because
do
he
it
said
too.
if he wasn't
can
going to
do
be a basketball player, he would have been a barber.
He
Yeah.
could make all kinds of extra money doing
Yes.
that, right?
There you go. Side hustle.
All right. Sources: potential entertainment for players in the bubble include outdoor concerts, DJ sets, movie screenings, and live comedy. NBA is also working with Disney on special access to Disney parks and attractions. So, of course, you're going to stay at Disney World. You should be able to go to the park.
Yes.
You would think so. It seems like a big
NBA After Dark at Disney World.
Ooh, that'd be lit.
And Space Mountain would be quite the experience when you are in outer space. Really. But remember, weed is illegal in Florida.
Yes. And on the Disney World property.
Yes.
Yes.
And so they are hotels and amenities. They're going to have a players-only lounge, as we mentioned, with NBA 2K, TVs, gaming, pool, trails, barbers, manicures, pedicures. They're going to have a 24-hour VIP concierge.
When you break this down, this sounds like a good ass time.
Movie screenings, DJ sets, as we mentioned, and players can attend other games.
It's like
So they'll be able to go.
the only thing that's missing
the
is
other
a
games.
strip club.
Huh?
Yeah.
Only thing missing is like a
The
strip
only
club.
thing different than like this and being in Vegas for summer league are like the strip clubs and the girls.
It's like a big like
that is the only difference, which
like
is
a-
a big difference for NBA players.
yeah, it's like a big adult like summer camp without the strippers and Instagram models.
They are also having the virtual media availability. You seen that?
Well,
Like
Zoom?
yeah.
On Zoom.
That's how they're going to be
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
do it, which is going to be awesome for like the guys that are difficult to deal with. Like when you see Westbrook on a Zoom call.
It's like-
Can he hang up on
I
people?
mean, the memes we are going to get out
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Zoom calls
Yeah.
is just going to be absolutely
Yes.
unbelievable. We get enough memes just from the locker rooms and the podiums. Imagine what we're going to get off of Zoom calls, and imagine how little attention they are going to pay when somebody's not standing in their face. They'll just be like, hey, hold on a second. I got to go to the pad and walk away. Walk away from the Zoom call.
Or just gonna be on their phone the whole time.
Or they just
like,
turn off the
text-
Zoom.
Just
Yeah.
turn it
Yeah,
off.
They
text
just
it
turn
away.
off the Zoom call. Last question.
Yep.
They got
Or they're just like, I think there's some technical problems. I can't hear anybody.
I mean, you could do that. Wi-Fi problems.
Yeah. So, anyways, they came out with all of this list of the game day schedules, everything. They've got breakfasts, they've got their shoot-arounds, they've got everything is all lined out what they are going to be doing throughout the day. And some of the protocols were actually very funny. But to see how it all lays out. Now, what did he say? Do you guys remember the name of the hotel that he said the Grizzlies were staying in? Because it was like drafted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
I can't remember.
Let me find it.
It was drafted. Shams reported it last night. It said that it had everybody.
Yeah, let's see.
Everybody's hotel was on there.
Grizzlies are staying at the Grand Floridian with the Thunder, the 76ers, the Rockets, the Pacers, the Mavs, the Nets, and the Magic.
And so list those again. And the reason that this is of significance is because you are going to be playing in the practice stuff the teams that are in your hotel.
Yes. Thunder, 76ers, Rockets, Pacers, Mavs, Nets, and Magic. Those are all teams with the Grizzlies.
I think the Nets are the only one we've had a good level of success against. Am I wrong?
You
Yes.
are correct. We've lost to every one of the other teams.
This is the hotel of hell. You know, they say, what do they call it? The bracket of death?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hotel of death.
Golly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just going to walk around their hotel, and these guys are going to be, like, looking down on them, right? Like, we've seriously gotten stomped by – I know we got stomped by the Sixers. I know we got stomped by the Mavs.
We blew a lead against the Thunder twice.
Yep, that's right, fourth-quarter leads.
We beat the Rockets at home, then they beat us in Houston.
Bad.
Yeah, bad.
Bad.
Pacers beat us by, I think, a little bit.
Yeah,
They beat us
Pacers.
bad.
Yeah.
But we didn't have.
Beat the Mavs. Tyus Jones.
I know
won.
the Pacers game here.
We also got destroyed by the Mavs.
Yeah.
At their place. Remember, we had beat two teams by 40 and went there, and like in the first minute of the game, Porzingis drove through 5 guys and cranked one back, and I was
Crammed
like, oh, God.
Yeah.
He's got his fake tan glowing, and he's just hammering the ball on us. How is he going to get his fake tans? Are we going to see pale Porzingis?
We might have to see. No, it's
He's
just
in Florida.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We don't have a
That's true.
training bed for all the.
I mean, he plays in Dallas.
Right.
It's not like the
He-
sun's not out there, and he's still orange.
Yeah. I'm
You know
sure
what I mean?
he's got his own tanning bed.
Porzingis feels like the kind of guy that might show up 280 pounds. Like, I'm talking like Bill.
Oh,
Doesn't-
yeah.
Like, there are a couple of these guys that feel like the skinny guys that I think we're gonna see like, whoa.
yeah, bulk
Like,
up.
they worked out big time, right?
Did y'all ever see that picture that was going around last week of Ben Simmons?
Yeah,
Yeah, man. He looks jacked.
dude, he is on. Yeah, that's not normal.
Well, look, they've had 3 months off.
Yeah.
And they're giving you a heads up. We're testing for everything. Cycle off.
Well, the other thing too is like they've had 3 months off, and a lot of them haven't been able. They've been able to go anywhere. So like, and they probably all have home gyms, so they just lift weights all day.
In fairness,
And
if you
inject
were
themselves with stuff.
if you were going to, I mean, we've talked about this regarding sports. Because of the pandemic, nobody is being tested for anything. And if that was your inclination to try performance-enhancing drugs, of course you would do it during this time. Come
Yes.
on. Let's get serious.
Yes.
If you ever thought hey, I want to try this stuff. Like what? Like again, unless I don't want to be like get on some moral high ground and say unless you have integrity, but like if you ever thought to yourself like you think it's it's unfair, it's an unfair advantage or whatever. But if you were ever going to, I mean,
This would be the time.
And football players too, and baseball. I mean, you could have, look, these performance-enhancing drugs have not gone away by any means, right? They're just like anybody that wants to do them, you're always one step ahead anyway. And usually you can do these things without being detected anyway if you've got the wherewithal, right? But again, if you were going to do this stuff, there will be some guys that it's just so obvious.
Yes.
In every sport.
Like a
There's
Brandon Ingram
there's-
came back like Jack. I'm like, dude, come on now. Like, what are you doing?
There's just no way. I mean, because we'll see it. We'll see it. This happened after the lockout. 100%. I remember that season vividly. And nobody was talking about it. The performance-enhancing drugs has never been a thing in the NBA. Just hasn't.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a thing. But I recall vividly coming back, and there were some guys that showed up and just huge muscles. Because now, in fairness, there are going to be guys that did not take anything that worked out like crazy, and you're not running 5 miles a night.
Yes,
exactly.
And so, you are. Look, every season, I don't think I would. This is my real belief. I would go to this the media session every year, and Mike Conley would be significantly bigger. And about a month and a half into the season, he was back to looking like Mike Conley.
I remember
he would work out like a madman. I don't think he ever took anything. He'd work out like a madman during the summer, and he would be bulked up and really developed. And then, his body's his body, and it's hard to keep the muscle on.
Yeah.
When you're out running all the time.
I think I have a picture of it on my Instagram because it was when he came in studio with us at the old station, and he was like, "I've gained." He's like, I legit did gain like 15 to 17 pounds worth of muscle, and he said we've been running pickup for 2 weeks at the practice facility. He goes, I've already lost 6 pounds.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
it's hard to keep it on when you're doing that much cardio.
Yep.
It just is.
Yeah.
And so that's why when you saw, like, when I was watching during the season, and I was like, bro, your muscles are way too big for you to be running every single night. Like, that's just not, it's not natural. You don't get to do that. People don't walk around. Like, look at basketball players' frames since the beginning of time. You don't see muscle men.
No.
You think that's just because, like, players now have muscles and, evolution.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's an evolution.
You know what I mean? Like, the guys are bigger, stronger, and faster than ever before. Stop. Like, I'm sure Will Chamberlain could have run. I mean, look, there were guys that had muscles. I don't want to act like there weren't. But not like damn Hercules.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are carrying, like, bodybuilder-esque physiques out there. And that's just not the way you look when you're having to run all the time. So that is something that we can't wait to see what everybody looks like. I think more so, you're obviously seeing so far, the guys that were carrying extra weight. I think we thought that maybe this would be the worst thing for them, but instead, you've seen skinny Marc Gasol and you've seen skinny Nikola Jokic, and this is giving those guys. Your sleep is now your sleep. Like, you sleep like a normal person, and if you want to go and train during the day and eat right, and it's harder when you're an NBA player. I know you have the chefs. I know you have the people on site, whatever. But your sleep pattern's all screwy, and you're eating. You know what I mean? You're eating what you can get at night. You're going. If you're in Philly, you're getting a cheesesteak, and if you're in Chicago, you're going to eat pizza, and you're like,
Yeah, and Gasol also, for someone like him who was injured, and he's had time to really get over that injury, and he can actually get back to, growing his vegetables and
that's right, and running the mountains of Spain.
Yeah.
35 people, and that kind of includes. I mean, and so what's going to be interesting is like the last 5. There's some, that coaches, assistant coaches, trainers, obviously the team, and all the players involved. I mean, you're getting up to high 20s with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just the absolute essentials.
Yeah.
But to be included in the 35, they also mentioned, right, like if you have your own trainer, right? So if somebody has their own trainer, or they've got this or they've got that, in terms of your traveling party, and you get to like the last 5 people, that's going to be interesting to see who makes the cut, right? Because
we know with the Lakers, it'll be LeBron's crew. His whole group will be there.
I don't know. They get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they'll be. Again, this is staying with the team. And so it will be fascinating to see who are the 35 that end up going as part of any organization for that matter, right? And then there's going to be very, very few media there. I've gotten the question a ton. They're like, will you go to Orlando? I'm like, no.
I got that question last night from people. I'm like, no, I'm not going to
the first question people ask me.
It's going to be insanely expensive, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, you will be able to pop in. Like, you're not part of the bubble then, right? Like, but being within the bubble, dude, it's going to cost a fortune for a media member to go do that. You know what I mean? And so I imagine
there aren't many media members that have the money to be able to do that.
No, I mean, I think you'd probably get a few guys from you get a few guys from ESPN. You'd get one guy from the Athletic, Shams,
Woj,
right?
Stephen A. Smith, like they both make the money that they can afford all that. That's easy for them.
Yeah, and obviously you've got and some of those are going to be probably under the umbrella of TV partners.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so they'll get to go as being part of the jump, or if they do it, whatever they do. Yeah. But it is going to be incredibly expensive for just like a beat writer.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you're going to see it the same way. You know what I mean?
Because a newspaper ain't going to pay for a beat writer to go down there.
Hell no.
No.
Yeah.
No way. But, I mean, you do wonder how many are going to end up being there in terms of, you know, like you are going to have media covering this.
Yeah.
Right? But it's just going to be very, very few. And the truth is 95% of the news comes out from two guys.
Yes.
Yep.
In the NBA.
Yes.
So news-wise, like your news guys, and then they could do that from they wouldn't have to even be in Orlando. They could just be on a cell phone, you know, breaking everything, because there's really two that are essential in terms of the reporting of things that go on in the NBA. But they put out that old document last night about everything that's going to take place.
What about the snitch hotline?
So people that are not following the protocols,
You can snitch on them.
anonymously, they said,
Dude.
players will have a phone number they can call
Yes.
to report somebody not.
Just imagine like a big game coming up and you're like, I see Zion outside the bubble.
And I saw Zion playing doubles ping pong.
Yes, he's playing doubles. I got photos.
They should call that. This should be the Tekashi hotline. They're calling.
They said, "Well, look,
Just snitching.
I saw one last night where they said somebody posted it was Steve Carell and Will Ferrell. I don't know what movie it was from, but where they're both on the phone and they're in the same room and they're like, "I'm talking to you," and the other one's like, "I'm talking to you," right? And they were like, I can't remember who posted it, but it said D'Angelo Russell and Chris Paul both calling the hotline at the same time. Now, D'Angelo Russell, he won't be there. He's a Timberwolf now, but I did think it was funny.
Chris
Right?
Paul would do it though.
Chris Paul who was it that he got kicked out for?
Jordan Bell.
Yeah, for not having his jersey tucked in. Yeah. Or something like got a technical foul called on him because of his jersey not being tucked in. No, that is pretty funny. The anonymous phone call that somebody is going to get reported for not taking part in the protocols. It would be funny to see who's the guy that would be so serious about this. I'm not talking about like goofy snitching. I mean, like, do you foresee a situation where there is a player that is truly like so? Who could you foresee being so concerned with health and safety and protocol that they would be like, "This isn't right"?
Chris Paul.
Really?
Yeah, he'd be the one.
Guys, use the hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer, please.
I don't know.
Chris Paul would be the one. He would be the one.
Yeah, Chris. Chris Paul.
He'd be the one. Like you're like doing something. He's like sneaking around the corner, like looking, like.
Okay. He's making sure. Yeah.
He's just making sure you're good. Like he's that guy. He seems like that kind of guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't taken it. I mean, but I think Chris Paul sees the humor in getting a technical foul on a guy's shirt being untucked, right? I don't think he's doing that because he wants to be the law.
He wants to be a competitive advantage, though. It'll be like just say like he plays the Grizzlies the next day and he's seen somebody like you said playing doubles ping pong. Chris Paul can be like, "Oh, I just saw."
But I'm saying somebody that is very serious.
Oh,
I don't take Chris Paul to be very serious. I think he is. I think he's a dogged competitor.
You don't think?
But
he's
I don't think
guy.
off the court. No, I don't think off the court he's like the kind of guy that would be like, "Follow the rules, kids." Like he doesn't seem.
I don't know if any of these guys.
Any of them that
T.J. McConnell.
Does anybody feel like
T.J. McConnell?
You had to say a white guy?
Why you got to say the white guy, man?
T.J. McConnell. The hall monitor.
Who would love rules?
Who looks like they love rules on these rosters? The Thunder, nobody. The 76ers, Embiid, he goofs. Ben Simmons, no. Rockets, Harden, nah.
I could see Jimmy Butler doing it just to cause a fuss.
Yeah, just to piss people
James
off.
Harden's actually not going to go because there are no strip clubs. He's decided I'm not going.
Just to make people mad.
Yeah.
Right? I could see him doing it just to irritate you.
When is this coming to a play? Like, are the NBA going to put into the fact that, like, if you have a game,
Maybe like Udonis Haslam, like one of these old school guys. It's still around.
Young blood.
You know what I mean?
Better use that hand sanitizer, son.
Right? Like maybe somebody like that. Like you know what I mean? I could see him being like same way with like Robert Parrish. Like I know maybe Robert Parrish is a bad example because he loved weed so much, but like somebody that's like an elder statesman, like, you guys need to be taking this more seriously.
Yeah.
We don't really have any of the guys that, because even our veterans earlier in the year, like Solo and Jay, are goofy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? About the stuff, right? They goof about the stuff rather than be like a very serious veteran. This is the way things should be. Kobe, 100%.
Kobe would be
if
that.
he was still alive.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace. Oh, Kobe 100% would be dead ass serious about protocol. Make no mistake about it.
No, because
he's so disciplined in his life.
Right, but that's it. Kobe wouldn't be around these guys. Kobe would be in the gym. They would be going to the DJ sets and everything.
Yeah.
But
Kobe would be in the gym.
You remember that clip I put up about? Remember when all those guys when it was like Nick Young and Jordan? What was the kid's name that went to Arizona?
Jordan Hill.
Jordan Hill. And they were all goofing. They're like, yeah.
Because they just won their first game in like 15 games or whatever.
And Kobe's like, no. Like, no. Like, he is that older guy that's like, you're ridiculous. Yeah. Like, I am appalled by your immaturity. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's because they're the immaturity. They were going crazy after their first win in 15 games. Yeah,
understood. But it is the immaturity of it all.
Like, come on, bro.
That is the level of frustration, right?
Yeah.
Would Derek Favors be one of those guys?
Nah,
he's an old head.
I don't never heard Derek Favors even talk. I don't
know.
think
of like older players. Kobe would be the one. There's no Kobe's. The closest thing to Kobe is Jimmy Butler on all these teams.
You know, the Lopez twins got really happy when they did find out that they're going to be able to get into the actual Disney park.
Oh, yeah.
The Lopez twins are fired up.
They love that, right? And you might be right about Chris Paul. Chris Paul might be the kind of guy that's like playing the role of, like this is what you guys need to be doing.
I mean, with Marc Gasol
right?
to it, he's an old guy. He's a veteran. Mark's an older player.
I don't think Marc Gasol would be in the business of doing that.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I could just imagine, like, the dude from Recess, the dude, what's his name? What's his name? Y'all don't know Recess, dang it.
No.
Y'all are too old. Never mind.
Yeah.
Y'all won't get it. There's a guy on Recess, he walks around with a notepad and he writes down everything.
Oh, I'll tell you, find somebody on, like, obviously not Ingles or something like that. Find somebody on the Jazz.
Yeah, that's
Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell could absolutely be the guy. Be like, stop touching that.
Oh, he's been through it.
Right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
so
somebody like that's like, hey, no, you're not touching that. You're not doing that. No.
Or it could be Gobert. Like, Gobert's probably done a complete 180 since all this because he got humbled so much.
Yeah, so then he becomes like he becomes the security guard.
Yeah.
The COVID-19.
He's
he's the guy. Yes, he's
got the hat, like the security guard hat.
Yeah, it's kind of like I remember like somebody that like I remember once upon a time there was this preacher and he was. And that worked at a school that my parents went to, and he was like the most conservative, hardcore, fundamentalist Christian that you could be. I mean, I'm talking to the point of the women's basketball team should wear pants, like that kind, right? And he went completely the other way, right? Like, completely. So a lot of times when people are given to extremes, right, it's not like they like kind of come to they're extreme one way or they're extreme another way, right? And so he went from that to, like being that fundamentalist to be like, listen, we are all God's children, and whether you're Jewish or Muslim or Christian or whatever. Like, so you're right. Like, that's obviously the complete opposite from a guy that is, this is what we should do. Do not clap. Like the kind of guy that would say, you shouldn't be clapping while you're singing at church, or you shouldn't be raising your hands, or you shouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like that kind of guy that is so extreme, he ends up going off to the total other extreme. And I say all that to analogize that with Rudy Gobert, where it's like, okay, the guy that was touching everything and all that crap, like he might go the complete other way and be like, guys, this is serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right. Like everywhere he walks, he's just like, trust me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's wearing a Mickey Mouse head everywhere.
Yeah. He's got a Mickey Mouse whistle.
He's not wearing a mask. He's wearing a mascot head.
Yeah.
In this particular case, right, the most immediate change that can be made, you're not going to cure the world of racism in a year, 6 months, 10 years, 20 years. You're just not. You're not going to cure the world of racism. That's something that is, it's not fun to accept, but let's be realistic about that, right? You're not going to change everybody. But what you can change is policies.
And
you can change policies.
Some of those people that's in charge too, man. It's like, man, are we talking about, we doing all this for somebody getting killed, police officers killing black people. So whoever in charge, whoever hiring these people, need to probably change them too. Like, get up in that little part right there. Like, okay, all right. This guy's hiring all these people. That's where you got to get into it at.
Right. Well, and
deep is beyond, but a lot of that stem from people being like that, feeling like that. So, however you got to word it, you know what's going on. We see it. Our eyes don't lie. You know, that's one thing for sure.
I think there's a lot of guys out there though that are saying, "Okay, how?
How? Yeah.
How do we change
how?
this?"
Like I'm saying, exactly. When they got somebody cuffed, let them go. Like, just, I put them politely in the car. You did enough of policing from that point. Should nobody have to die from that?
Well, also guys need to be.
I don't know what we trying to say here.
The other thing, guys,
them cops need to get
guys need
convicted.
to be charged with murder.
Them, period.
Yes.
I don't know what we talking about, the reforms and all this. Dude, them who did that, and the dude that shot the Brooks. They need to. Then we'll start moving and start feeling like, okay, something happening now. But too many cops are getting off of this type of stuff. Like, you just said a lot of words, but let's keep what's that point? Like, racist cops, they killing people. They gotta stop. Period. How do we stop that? Whoever hiring these people, who hiring them? Let's change it up. Mix it up. Put another type of person in charge for these police departments. That's what's going on, man. We don't gotta make it hard. We don't gotta make it. They killing people with handcuffs. They chasing people down, shooting them. They taking advantage of the badge, bro. That's what's going on. You know what's going on. Like, it ain't hard. And it's scary for guys who look like me and Devin over there while he playing on his phone. You was just saying a whole bunch of stuff, Jerry. Chris Vernon was going, hey, you know, the reforms and the dude, man, we need to see that get straight. Start with that. Because the dude killed Trayvon Martin, he free. And the gardener. So, like, we might need to go back and revisit those cases, but no, I don't know. I ain't too know about the judicial system and all that. Well, yeah, you can finish. I'm sorry. I was just gotta keep it real moment, man. Just it's a keep it real moment.
I understand, but all those words I was saying is, I get it, Tony. Like, but we're talking about guys saying, I'm not gonna play basketball because I need the attention on this. They gotta have something they want to get done.
Play.
And I know that
play.
you say,
look, I say play.
I know that you say.
I say go play and get in front of them cameras. Halftime, you got 30, 40. Spit your piece. Spit your piece. After the game, they're going to want to talk to you. Spit your piece. Mm-hmm. Shoot around, they're going to want to talk. Spit your piece.
Yep. And if guys want to,
Spit
look,
your
if
piece
somebody's
every
willing
chance you get
to walk away
and
from their
rep
checks to go be an activist.
It don't got nothing to do with
No,
me.
no,
I don't
that's
think
what
it
I'm
got
saying.
something to do with the. I don't think it got nothing to do with the money. Obviously,
That's what
it's
they're
a
asking
big,
guys to
obviously,
do.
it's a big business, though. You know what I'm saying? There's always some money involved. Like, we ain't naive for that. But what I'm just saying is, it ain't a bad thing neither, though. As long as we keeping that in, once you rep something, when you rep, like we repping it right now, we doing riots, marches, you know what I mean?
Yep.
All right, so still rep it. I'm with the NBA, And this how I'm rocking. George Floyd, rest in peace, George Floyd. Like, spit your, like, not that way, I'm just saying.
I get it.
But spit your piece, bro.
You're given the opportunity to that, whereas I don't know what kind of coverage or megaphone you have.
You go to your
you
go to your Nike signing, you interview you, spit your piece.
Right.
You go to your appearance, Dick's Sporting Goods, spit your piece. Wherever you at, whatever these markers, you're going to be able to put your imprint on it by speaking your voice and letting it be known something about what's going on.
And I think that's why you have seen, I think you're probably, let's just say you said that on a Players Association phone call or something like that, right? I think that's, honestly, I think what you just said is what a lot of those guys
want to say.
Yes.
They won't say it.
So no, it just it seems like Kyrie's going to get the headlines because he's saying I'm willing to walk away from all of it for this.
Oh, yeah.
And Ed Davis is like, really? He can say that. You really willing to walk away from all of it? You really willing to blow up the NBA? Like it's noble. It sounds great, right? But once upon a time, and so many of the heroes that we've had, right? I know. In fact, they had a call yesterday. John Carlos, who he along with Tommy Smith are the ones that held up the black gloves at the Olympics after they won. Still to this very day, that is looked at as one of the most profound moments in sports.
You talking about? I remember.
You know what I mean?
I got it as a graphic T-shirt.
Yeah,
I got that on my graphic.
It's one of the most profound moments in the history of sports. Now, if they're not in the Olympics, that moment doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Right?
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
That stage is so huge, and can you imagine, especially with baseball, just throwing up all over themselves? And NFL, who knows? They could end up having 150 guys have coronavirus, and they don't even give a crap. Like, football is going to do whatever football is going to do. Who knows about college sports? The NBA is going to have July, August. It's theirs. The world is, and everybody will watch. Everybody. Nothing else going on. What else we watch? We're watching old games. The Jordan doc's over.
But
you know what I mean?
And then too, I am a basketball player. I gotta say, like, that is what all the players, this year we do have to, like, pretty much look at it like it won't be no one winning the trophy. You sacrifice a lot. You know what I mean? But
the owners also tear up the CBA.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
So the whole new collective bargaining agreement.
And you're going to have to negotiate that in the middle of a pandemic?
In the middle of a pandemic.
You want to be on a contract negotiation then?
You can see.
It's just a lot.
And that's a lot for players who ain't even established yet. You know what I'm saying?
Or ones that were up for contracts.
Or ones that was up for a contract. So, I don't know. It definitely need to be some type of voting in the player MBPA. And, they all need to sit down and think this through thoroughly. But, I mean, I think for guys that was up for contract, I think they pretty much intact. I think the guys that actually needs that income,
that's right,
who actually planned and for these days to be dog days to get to that bigger contracts. And I just think, no, you got enough players in the league who can actually come together and see what's going on with the.
Well, and
youth.
Tony, you were a first-round draft pick, but until I can imagine, right, it's not like you had just tons of disposable income. After they take the money out of your checks.
I had a $2.7 million deal.
Well, and I'm saying, and obviously you're buying your mom a house and you're doing this and you got your own place and you got.
I ain't getting no house.
You didn't? You rented?
No, I just stayed with my mom.
You get a car?
I stayed with my mom and had a car. We wasn't doing none of that. But I'm just saying
right.
that you come in a situation like that and you banking on. You grind and you stand down until you come up. And then this happened. And then the league say, hey, man, we all going to say we not going to play. And then a guy like who at the time, myself, would be like, man, I just bought my mama this house and, man, I don't even got no house. So hold on. And then it's like you torn between two, but then you would have guys like, me at the time would probably look up to guys like Paul Pierce or Ticket or you get what I'm saying? Reaching out to them, like, if I'm going to stand up for this, then I think that's when the big brother, little brother kick in. You know what I mean? what we call our veterans. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's when I think, let's just say an example, a guy like LeBron, he would look at his roster and see who he could. You get what I'm saying? And that's when you know it's real, when you go make a stand.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You make sure everybody cool in the village, then we can march. But don't be saying you just gonna march for self. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Understand what's gonna be affected when you do this.
Well, it's what Ed said. It's
you know
easy.
what I'm saying?
That's what he said.
Understand.
It's easy for Dwight to do that from a $20 million mansion in Atlanta.
Understand what you.
Yeah.
But whoever the chief, whoever is in head of the NBPA, I hope they're mindful of that.
Well, it's Chris Paul. He wants to play.
So okay, well that's what I'm saying. He want to play. Cool. Let's play. So here's the guy saying, I can play, I can do something I love, but in any event that I'm under any camera, any interviews, I'm pushing this George Floyd movement. I'm pushing all Black Lives Matter. Whatever he repping. You get what I'm saying? That's the platform for it. So like I said, once again, I understand both sides if they don't, but it's kind of hard not to look at the guys who are on the grind and try to get established in the league. And
it would have been a much easier decision for you in year 10 than it would have been in year 2.
Exactly. I'm on my third deal.
That's right.
I could stomach a 6-7 month span. You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
And some guys will say, well, I didn't get nothing for 6 months and I dropped out of college for this.
We saw it with the lockout, Tony.
Come on, man.
Guys looked at it and they said, look, like, because what we all learned, the bills don't stop.
No, they don't.
The bills don't stop.
They don't.
Your check may not come in, but the bills don't stop. Right? They're going to keep on going, right? And so that's when, and for a lot, and that's a large percentage of the league because there's not as many guys in the middle anymore. There's the guys that make a fortune, and there's guys that make not that much, right?
I mean, yeah, you look at
because if you got a guy that makes 40 and a guy that makes 20, then you could say the average is 20. But it's truthfully, it's one guy makes 40 and the other guy makes 2.
2, period.
You know what I mean?
Probably like
it averages 21.
Like
great.
2, 5, 10, 30.
And that is kind of what it's like when you see the Pat Bev quote.
When he said, shout out to Pat Beverly,
I know
man.
You love him.
Man, you was.
I love it.
He shook the wave right there.
He's not scared to talk.
No,
and he said, if LeBron says we're playing, stay woke.
True that, man. I just think but it's hard for him to say that though. Like,
there's so much truth to that though.
It is.
If LeBron said, I don't think we should be going to Orlando.
Yeah, but then you look at it like, all right, why would LeBron want to? LeBron would have every reason to play for other reasons, right? So many endorsements, all that, right? But in reality, don't that it kind of contradict the movement because once the basketball come, they gonna want to see that his milestone continue. They want to see him chase them points, them fastest first. You know what when you wake up and see ESPN, you know what we tune in to see. What he did last night. What was the move? What?
And I think that's why this all got a little convoluted, and you're seeing other players now, even former players, speak out because
he got to speak.
No, but Kyrie's not playing.
He's saying that, and that's a dud.
And he's not even. It's not like he's the number 1 ranked team. It'd be different if it's Giannis. It'd be different if it's LeBron. It'd be different if it's Kawhi.
In his respect, they do got a lot of juice on their name. Them got to be the 2 injured players that got the most hype on their organization right now. Kyrie, and they haven't did nothing. However, he come out with that like that and say that. I think I was hearing earlier, LeBron probably need to come out and just speak. You know what I mean? Then that way Pat Beverly don't make it so evident that he's the boss dog. You know what I mean?
Does he really need to, though? I mean, everybody's kind of aware.
Yeah, we're aware. But, I mean, it kind of wow.
He has been speaking about things.
Yeah, he has.
And the other thing is, if I'm LeBron, I sit there and I take a seat back and say, don't talk to me about trying to get things to change and giving back to a community.
No, he done all that. He done all
right,
that.
You know what I'm saying?
But on this matter, he gotta really we really gotta hear his opinion on this. Like he gotta come and get in front of a camera, maybe stand up and just speak on it so we could know where he stand. Because if he come back, you know it's people thinking like, oh, you want to come back, bro? You got probably like 200 more million to get on the plate. Like, people gonna think that, bro. You know that. And then there's some people gonna be like, well, if he don't come back, man, he stood up, man. He said he ain't even need that 200 million. He ready to make a change. So whatever he do or whatever he say, whatever the league do,
well,
that's just how they gonna look at him.
Well, he's already started. He recently just started, and he got Kendrick Perkins, Steven Jackson, Bun B, the rapper, all of them. He got them all together, and they have just put together a massive organization to work for to turn out new voters and to fight voter suppression. Right, so that's one of the new things. And he has just established that within the last week, right? And he has gotten big names alongside of him. And so that's the first thing that LeBron's doing. He said, okay, we need things to change, right? Like, you guys can have phone calls and whatever talking about how this is what we need to do, this is what we need to do. Here's something that, obviously, I've got my I Promise Academy, whatever else. First things first, we are going to make sure that we get African Americans, young African Americans, and we make sure that they are not suppressing the vote. So we are getting out there and we are getting the word out, because one of the fastest ways that we can get change is to get the people that we think deserve the jobs and we trust in office, right? Somebody that we feel like is looking out for us, and that's a way. Look, like, it's not perfect. We have a lot of systems and even politicians, whatever, that we can't trust. But that's one of the things. He went and got a bunch of guys together and said, here's a program. First things first, this is what we're going to do with this. And obviously you'd have to be able to get the message out like that. So, I mean, LeBron does, look, he is consistent with actions. He's always doing something, right?
But if he play, obviously, you know what they saying. Bro, if you play, you're going to take away from the movement, bro. So he need to come and speak. Pat Beverly just put him in the hot seat.
No.
On purpose, like, what we gonna do, LeBron? So now LeBron got to come and speak, since he the face of the league.
Well, they put out the story within a day. It said there's no break in the locker room. The Lakers are unanimous.
Right.
And Kyle Kuzma is one of the most outspoken, at least on social media. And Kyle Kuzma's like, we all want to play. We want to play basketball. Now, in fairness, they have a chance to win the title.
Obviously.
It's a little different.
Obviously.
Right? Like, I mean, basketball.
Obviously.
Well, it's like I was saying earlier. Basketball is a different experience for Kyrie Irving and Dwight Howard than it is for winners and heroes. Like, you probably loved being an NBA player. I'm not so sure Kyrie Irving loves being an NBA player. All he does is get shit on all the time. Like, it's probably, he probably looks at it as like, this isn't all it's cracked up to be. Like, I'm awesome at this and this is my job, but all anybody does is shit on me constantly. You know? Whereas, like, you turn into a folk hero, you know? So, I mean, it's probably kind of fun to be an NBA player, right?
Yeah.
You felt beloved. He doesn't feel beloved by anybody, clearly.
I think he just be ego tripping, that's all. He probably just need to come to my neighborhood a few days, hang out. He'll have a whole different outlook at life. Yeah, he just need to be around some real ones. He missing a lot. He just, like he probably don't got no OGs to be like, yo, you a little overboard with that, bro. Pipe down. Like, he don't got that. You could tell just some of the stuff he say. Just the world is flat. Like, bro, what? What's in your hookah, man? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. I respect him on the court, but like off the court, he just say a lot of wild stuff.
Hey, can you mark that one down? I don't want to forget that.
What's in your hookah?
What's in your hookah? I'm stealing what's in your hookah. Let me mark that down.
Man.
There's a TA-ism.
Yo.
What's in your hookah?
Oh, man. But no, man, I'm just.
What have you done to get your mind off things? People talk about, basketball just be a distraction. Like, there are portions of everybody's day that we go out of our way to just not think about everything that is going on, because it's all just been so much for everybody. Mental health wise, I mean, we're still in the middle of a global pandemic that seemingly is not getting better. You know what I mean? Like the numbers aren't going down significantly.
It's not getting better in America. It's getting better in other parts of the world.
Yeah,
No,
it's not getting
definitely
better.
not.
It's not getting better here.
And everybody's just decided that in a lot of places that it doesn't exist anymore, and it's getting even worse.
And it's crazy you say that because I saw a meme the other day, and it was like coronavirus something. It's at halftime. The George Floyd movement is performing. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's going on right now. You get what I'm saying? People are in the movement of what this is. You get what I'm saying? And so we forget about that because this movement is just as big. You get what I'm saying? So it's two things working at the same time, but for the most part, we can't lose focus of neither. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, for sure. What have you done for fun? Are you still
For fun,
watching their TV shows?
No, I'm actually swimming in my pool.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're a swimmer now.
Yeah, I'm swimming. I'm just doing I'm trying to get my knee back in order, so I do a little defensive slides, back and forth through the pool. I play shark with my son.
Yeah.
He know how to swim now. So,
Are you a good swimmer?
yeah, I'm a great swimmer. So I
Great.
So I let him jump off the diving board. He swim. I wait till he get to the middle. Then I jump in and I try to chase him. And he try to run out the pool. So every time I catch him, I wrestle him up, throw him in the air. You know.
I'm with you.
So that's fun.
How many strokes?
And
How many strokes could you do? Can you do obviously freestyle? No. I'm talking about the different kinds of strokes. Freestyle, breaststroke, backstroke, butterfly.
I got butterfly and just the regular one.
That butterfly kills your
The
shoulder.
regular one.
The
The
regular,
regular one, doggy paddle. You look like you're doggy paddling.
the Michael Phelps.
Michael freestyle.
You know how come Michael Phelps? Yeah.
You feel like Michael Phelps, huh?
Yeah, man. And then another thing, I'm starting to like get a feel for the ball again.
Oh no!
Yeah. I really get a feel for the ball.
Well, you're doing defensive slide drills.
No, I'm
and
just I'm trying to start just
Oh,
shooting.
you were sitting there thinking, hey, if all these guys aren't going to go back, maybe I could get on a roster.
No.
How's
But
that jumper looking?
It need to go and get an oil change. It need an oil change. But hey, but I'm not jumping as high as I was shooting though. Like I shoot like
Peja?
Nah, I wouldn't give myself that much praise. Just a little like Dan Marley.
Dan Marley? No, you're not.
Yeah, man. I just a little bit.
So wait, you've got a goal at the house?
Yeah, I got to go at the house.
And so you've been out there shooting.
Shoot.
Does your son have any interest?
Yeah, he play a little bit, but he don't listen. He ain't coachable.
What do you mean?
He's not coachable.
Why?
He want to go take water breaks. He don't want to push through the sweat.
It's so hard.
He want to sit in the shade for about 10 minutes. Like, you can't do that. You got to fight through this.
It's so hard. Because you want so badly. I go through it too, Tony. You want so badly.
You see this part right here?
I make him. This is what I do, and I don't know if this will work on your kid. I do the guilt thing, right? No, I do, and I'm like I'll be leaving to go to work, and I'll be like, "Hey, man, I checked with school, and they're not having a Fortnite team this year, so it's going to be real valuable for you to be awesome at Fortnite because you hadn't touched a basketball in 3 days."
Right. Oh,
And that's something he will run outside,
Yo.
and he's gonna. It's almost like to spite me,
Yo.
and I'll be like, "Hey, you looking forward to starting on the
I gotta
Fortnite team?
steal that.
Because that's gonna be great."
I'm still in that.
Yeah, because you're gonna have fun. Hey, when you're sitting on the bench with the other kids that are awesome at Fortnite, you're gonna really be glad that you spent all this time doing that. And he'll be like,
But it's crazy.
he gets so mad.
Because when I was in first grade, like, all I could remember is being outside.
I know.
Trying to shoot
It's
the
hard.
basketball, like.
And then the other time I got him is if I compliment his sister. So we were just on vacation, and they were racing across the pool, but not racing against each other. I would have a stopwatch, and I would say how long. And so we got down to the end, and it was how long it takes her to get across. So I was like, bang, I hit it. And I was like, she destroyed her record. It was like 9.7. And I said, 9.7. I said, William, she's got the heart of a champion.
This man is starting stuff.
Man.
He's starting stuff.
Buddy.
What's wrong?
You've never seen a kid. His fastest he had gone across was like 9.2. He got across in 7.5. And I'm like, man, you sandbagging. He's like, it's because you said she had the heart of a champion. That's what he told me.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
He was so mad. So you got to
That's that Mamba mentality.
It's hard.
You turned them up. Man.
Yeah.
That's all that was.
No, but it's hard because you want them so badly. So that's the only ways I figured out. Either guilt him
Bro.
or compliment his sister. Or I'll be like, Haley, you want to go shoot baskets? That joker will be outside in 2 seconds if I go shoot with her.
He wasn't going to let her win.
No.
You shouldn't have said
No,
that.
I know. That's the way it goes. But yours, water breaks isn't a big deal, Tony. Come on.
Bro. No, it is a big deal. You just shot 3 shots in the sun. What are you doing? You made 1, you missed 2. You talking about it's hot outside. Like, first thing first, take off your Crocs. Yo, put on some gym shoes.
He's not coachable.
No.
He's not interested in it.
I don't like those shoes right now, Dad. I like these Crocs. They're comfortable. And it's like we arguing about that. Well, not even arguing, but he just want to do it his way. And I can't. I don't know. But that's been fun, man, just being around him.
Do you feel like you're easy on him?
No, I don't know. I just don't have the tolerance because I ain't ready to coach Hollins him. I'm not ready to get on his head right now. So I let him lower the rim down sometimes, let him feel groovy. But the ultimate goal is the 10-foot goal.
Right.
So that's what
Which is not as fun.
And he don't like missing. He want to hit them all in a row.
Okay.
So we lower it, and then we adjust.
Gotcha.
It's been fun, though, man. I've been trying to keep my family just real tight together. We haven't been going nowhere, so a lot of family time.
You order in?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I ain't sat down in no restaurant.
I know.
since.
You love eating out, though.
Yeah, I still go slide in there, stand outside, wait.
Where you been going?
Same place. You about catch me anywhere through the city. And if you catch me,
Where have you gone the most, would you say?
it's on me.
I mean, you're carrying out and you're delivering, so I'm not worried about people running up on you at the restaurants.
Let's see. Capitol Grill.
Capital Grill?
I'm starting to
Oh,
like
you're
Capitol
cheating
Grill.
on Roos, Chris.
That's what I was just about to say. I'm starting.
This is big.
I'm starting to like Capitol Grill now.
It's expensive as hell.
Yeah, we don't go that often.
That money will drive fast.
We don't go that often. We go like once every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks. That ain't bad.
So that's the one?
Yeah.
Wow. Cheating on Roos, Chris. I can't believe this.
Yeah. Get a good meal.
TV
I'm
show?
starting to learn how to cook too.
Oh.
The best TV dinner guy in the world. Not the ones you guys could put in the microwave, right? Well, those not TV. Yeah, that's TV dinner, right?
Yep.
What's the ones you got to, they frozen,
Okay.
and then you throw it on the skillet. It's already pre-ready.
It's frozen meal.
Frozen meal. I'm the best frozen meal cooker in the
It
world.
does- all you have to
That's
do,
that's not cooking.
yeah, all you have to do is
That's not cooking.
all you have to do is
That
throw
ain't
it in a
cooking?
no. That's not cooking.
Yo, that's not cooking?
All you have to do is throw it in a pan.
That's like me man saying like I made lasagna last night. What'd you do? I got a Stouffer's and I put it in the oven for 45 minutes.
Wait,
Like, that ain't
are you
cooking.
saying it comes in a bag and then you throw it in like a skillet
That ain't cooking?
and you're just heating it up?
No, I'm
you're not even
frying
doing
it.
anything?
I'm putting a few more sauces in it because they don't put enough linguine on there. So I put a little.
Linguine is pasta.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what he's talking about.
No, listen. That's what it is. It's a pasta bag.
Oh, this like is it one of these Bertollis?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's a
I love
pasta
the
bag. So
Bertolli.
you throw the pasta bag in the skillet and heat it up.
The skillet is on.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And you heat up the frozen meal and stir it.
And then put a little more
that's not
sauce
cooking.
on it. That ain't cooking?
No.
Well, I'm supposed to learn how to grill next week.
I'm taking Justice Winslow off the board because I feel like you're all going to say him. The player you look forward to seeing the most at the NBA returns on the Grizzlies is...
Fill in the blank, sucker.
Jaren.
Interesting.
Ja. I think Ja's going to be, I told y'all this, pre-knee surgery, Ja's in effect.
Oh.
He's in effect. So I want to see how ridiculous he's going to look.
That video last week on Twitter got me fired up.
I think I lean a little bit towards you, Roser, on the Jaren front, just because this was not, let's be honest, this was not the second-year leap that so many players have taken. Yeah. It is different. There's a different element to his game than was before.
The three-point game took a leap.
He's still averaging 20 a game, which is crazy.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like,
the foul stuff is still there. The rebounding,
but that got better. I mean, he's been a lot better defensively, especially like the last month and a half.
He had
blocking
more
shots. And,
There was what happened his rookie year though with the game in LA and the game in Brooklyn. Those were we haven't seen that.
Yeah,
right.
We never did.
We saw the Milwaukee game.
The Milwaukee
game.
Yeah. We lost the game because Giannis took
We
over.
lost that game.
Yeah.
Right, that's right. But he did take over, especially that third quarter.
That third quarter was insane.
That's right.
But they use him differently now.
I know.
That, yeah. So like I mean, it's funny to see a 6'11" dude like Ray Allen running off screens and catching and shooting and stuff.
I know, but I do think he can certainly in the last 8 games and then playoff basketball.
Yeah.
It could just be everybody's on Ja.
Yeah.
They're all on his jock. Everybody has tapered off on Jaren nationally.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like the forgotten guy.
Yeah.
And he could really, especially on that stage, he could get everybody's attention.
Yes.
You can recognize, because people did recognize him, like you said, once
He's
he started taking
awesome.
off. Around here, everybody knows how amazing he is.
The other dude who had a lot of big games the last couple months, and nobody really talked about, he had all these games where he had like 20 and 15. Jonas.
Valanciunas. Go look at his rebounding.
Yeah.
He's had it was like one in his last like 20 games or something.
He was serving up barbecue chicken.
That he was under
maybe with him having
digits.
some time off now, remember
knows?
he was hurt at the start of the season. He had that sore
JV.
foot.
All right, baseball continues to vomit all over themselves. They got a pump fake last night. Oh, they're coming back. There's a new proposal this morning. Oh, they're not coming. Now what? Is there something new?
A new proposal.
Oh, great. Congratulations.
We'll see.
F them. The height of your baseball fandom was?
Fill in the blank, sucker.
Bonds breaking the McGuire record.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the most you cared.
When Barry Bonds left baseball, I have not. That's when I've stopped caring.
For me, it was the King Griffey days because I was younger and remember the RBI programs they had around Memphis?
Yeah.
I was in one of those programs. So
you were?
It was like kind of together.
Yep.
And I was like, I want to be like King Griffey Jr. So that's probably the height of when I was a small kid.
I had 10 years, the whole 90s.
Yeah, right. Braves fan, right?
91 when it started, when we went worst to first, and they threw out. Sid Bream scored at home plate, and then there was 10 years in a row where we won the division every single year, and Maddox got to watch Maddox every night. Like it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
I would say certainly mine would be baseball cards, right? Related.
Yeah.
Because I collected baseball cards fervently, but that's a kid thing. And the reason I brought this up is because I was texting my friends this morning, so mad about baseball. You guys know, I took William to the NLCS last year.
Yeah.
He lost, right? But I took him to the NLCS. Like, this is, like, if there's ever, he's got a Paul Goldschmidt jersey, and, like, we just went to the stage right before the World Series, and, I mean, and he's 10 years old now. Obviously, his season got canceled, so that sucked. But, like, I think about this happening all over the country, and it's like, he doesn't care. He doesn't even know. And I'm like, you had a chance to have him forever, possibly.
Yeah.
Like, even, I know so many people my age that have come back to baseball as they have gotten older, right?
Yeah.
I have. I wasn't paying nearly as much attention after I got out of college. And, I pay attention to the playoffs, and I pay attention to, but, like, for that throughout the year. And the years I cared about the most were then when I got back into fantasy baseball. So I was keeping up with it constantly. But if you're a kid right now, like, you had a chance to get all of them.
Yeah.
At least give them a chance to get interested, right? And I just say, even in my household, I mean, it pisses me off to no end. It could be going on right now.
Yeah.
It absolutely could be going on. And
they're playing in Korea. Like they're playing, like they figured out how to do it. Like they just, for some reason here they can't.
they're the worst. All right. We've talked a lot about people getting canceled. Every day there's something new canceled.
Yeah, my guy
Couple
J.
days
Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole was getting canceled yesterday, as was that comedian Chris D'Elia. I woke up this morning to Taco Bell being canceled. There's something getting canceled every day. The most disappointed in someone's cancellation you have been was
Fill in the blank,
You know my
sucker.
answer.
J. Cole.
J. Cole. I think some people misconstrue the cancellation and not. What did I say in the group chat? They misconstrued canceling and like just understanding where he's coming from. I think he was misunderstood.
Oh, but they were canceling.
Yeah,
him.
they were canceling him.
He's not truly canceled.
No,
I
he's
don't
not.
think.
But I think he was misunderstood in that song he dropped, "Snow on the Bluff," and it got a lot of people mad. A lot of people tried to cancel him, but it's okay. Those are the ones that have been wanting to cancel him, like Roser.
Well, I mean, it is kind of hard to be the introspective woke guy, and then when things get most serious, you're criticizing people that are introspective.
Yeah,
and
but he never said he was the most woke guy. People just kind of put that on him because he is the one.
He likes being the smarter guy.
He is a smarter guy. He is that guy.
He said in the song he's
He's
really
not.
not.
Yeah.
He said that's what he said. So, now you're not the smart guy when we need you.
I woke up 2 days ago and Lecrae was being dragged on Twitter.
Really?
Why are you trying to
The
cancel
Christian
Lecrae?
guy?
Yeah, because I've never really listened to his music, but I wrote a feature on him for Billboard a couple of years ago and spent a couple of days with him in Atlanta. Great guy, awesome dude. Got to spend time with his family and all this stuff, and he was kind of getting dragged because another preacher, a white preacher, talked about white blessings instead of white privilege, and Lecrae is just like in the video and it's kind of collateral damage.
Good grief.
It didn't say anything in the moment, so people were like coming
they
after
attributed this guy's horrible
Yeah.
thoughts to
It like
a guy
spilled
in the
over on
video.
him. Yeah,
Oh,
so
no, yeah, they dragged my guy Lecrae.
so I was like, that felt kind of disappointing.
I was gonna say Hulk
He
Hogan.
did respond too, though.
Yeah, he put out a
Yeah.
response video.
I loved Hulk Hogan when I was a kid.
Yeah, Hulk
That
Hogan
was-
would probably
He screwed
be.
himself.
He deserved it.
Yeah, he did.
But
Yeah.
he deserved it.
Yeah.
There's no question he deserved it. But he was like a hero of mine. And so to see that all play out, it was like, come on. Like, I don't, like, why?
He was the real
Why?
American, yeah.
Why, man? I was a Hulkamaniac. Yeah. Horrible.
Running wild.
Yeah. You got one, Roser?
I mean, Hogan was one of mine too, man. I mean, I'm trying to think of all the. I mean, I
You were a
lost-
big Paula Dean fan. Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Hey.
Oh, Duck Dynasty. That's another.
I never watched Duck
They all-
Dynasty. I have never seen one episode of Duck Dynasty.
You look like you like Duck Dynasty.
No. Dog the Bounty Hunter, I like that show. That show was awesome. Go with Christ, bruh. Tell everybody.
That sounded like the strip club DJ.
I know, right? They all kind of sound the same. Paula Dean, I mean, she had a great buffet at the casino, but I mean, Hogan, I guess. I'm really glad these Nick Bosa tweets that came up. I'm glad they came up 2 years ago and not now.
Yeah, his ass would have been canceled too.
Oh, they just haven't gotten around to him.
Yeah, just wait.
Wait till
Well, I
it's a
think
light
they both-
day. Wait till it's a light cancellation day.
Yeah,
They're
like, we
coming
got to
back up.
cancel somebody.
Yeah. Remember this?
Nick Bosa, we got you.
And Nick Bosa hasn't even tweeted and like. I don't think he's even tweeted since he was drafted. Like he hasn't even tweeted for
good reason.
Yeah, he learned his lesson.
He
knows
said,
better.
man, I hadn't even tweeted anything. They're still coming after me.
All right. What are yours, Roser?
All right. We're going to go to Music Fest getting canceled. The best concert you ever saw at a music festival is...
Fill in the blank, sucker.
I feel like we've had this question from you before.
Have we? We may have. I don't
Perhaps.
know.
He's the king of what's it called?
But my answer would be I got to see James Brown live at Midtown Music Festival in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's
like
a
in
good-
the 90s.
That's a huge... That's still a huge festival,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Like he was 60-something, 70-something, but he had the full horn section and did the thing where he walked off stage and they put the robe on him and he comes back. You know,
Yeah.
it was incredible. So
I drove to St. Louis 4 years ago, and it was a J. Cole, like, not festival, but like a show. Yeah. J. Cole. Yeah. And I had, what do you call it? The seating doesn't matter. What is it
Lawn.
called? Lawns. No,
Yeah.
not lawn.
General admission.
General admission. I had general admission. So you had to fight to get front row. So me and my cousin drove to St. Louis, and we sat in line at 5 a.m. outside the amphitheater
Yep.
in St. Louis. We sat in line at 5 a.m. The show started at 6. So we sat outside from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. to make sure we were front row for Jeremiah, Big Sean, YG, J. Cole in Dreamville.
Wow.
I was front right. That's probably the most dehydrated I've ever been in my life, but it was a great time.
Dedication right there.
All right, I would say that Ben Harper.
Yeah.
Right after all, when he was on that ascent, and he came and he played at Music Fest.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite. It was absolutely unbelievable. Live from Mars had come out.
Yeah.
And everybody was kind of onto that, and he was just out of this world amazing. Great.
He's still awesome.
Great. Yeah, he's still great.
Yeah, he's
all right,
still awesome.
What else?
SEC coaches as women.
Oh, God.
We all saw this.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Don't get us in trouble, Roser.
The best looking one is.
Fill in the blank, sucker.
I might go Paul Feinbaum. Did you see he was in?
Yeah, I saw. Come on, man. You're not serious with Feinbaum.
Dude, Ed Ogeron, bro.
Maybe.
Derek Mason too.
Yeah. Mike Leach looks like when John Goodman would play Linda Tripp on Saturday Night Live. Do you remember back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Bro, what in the world?
Saban looks.
He didn't look sad.
Yeah.
Saban doesn't.
Saban looks the youngest of all those
The other,
people.
I'd say.
Yeah, they favored him in that.
They took
right?
like 30 years
Yeah.
off Saban.
Muschamp, same
Yeah.
way. They kind of.
Yeah,
took a
Muschamp was
good
the
picture
other one. I
of
was
some
gonna be like,
of
Muschamp's not.
It must be an Alabama fan who did this because look at Saban and then look at Malzahn.
And Jeremy Pruitt.
Yeah.
Dude, Leach's is the funniest.
Yeah.
Leach's is by far the funniest. There's no effort put into that. They just photoshopped a wig on Mike Leach. Is what they
okay,
did.
so who is this? Is this Texas A&M?
Yeah, Jimbo
She
Fisher.
looks like Karen from the Tiger King show.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I can't go. None of these women are attractive, bro. I'm sorry.
There's also a bonus Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson one that's kind of disturbing.
There's also one. There's a one further down. Dude, Ryan Day from Ohio State, not bad.
Gross.
That's not horrible.
All right,
you know?
calm down over there. All right, what's your last one?
Last one. All right, your favorite vegetable is.
Fill in the blank, sucker.
What does this have to do with anything?
I doing some veggie.
What is wrong with this?
Some veggie cooking. So,
Favorite vegetable.
what's your favorite vegetable? You got a favorite veggie? Look, I had to come up with these fast today.
What I told you 5 hours ago.
Yeah, and we got here and we got distracted.
I like that you told him only do your best three. You're like only
I
do your
know.
best three, and he was
And
like,
one of
that's
them
all
is
I got
your
is
favorite
three.
This made the
vegetable
cut.
is-
Yeah.
yeah, this made the cut.
What's that veggie?
I don't know. A potato. A potato. I mean, what the hell? This is terrible. A potato, I guess.
We got the cooking guy
It
here
could be
too.
it could be 100 million ways you can do a potato.
That's why he asked.
I like potatoes in virtually every form.
Yeah, corn a vegetable?
Yep,
Yep.
Yeah, corn.
Corn, okay. Lang.
all of them. I don't know. Lettuce.
That's not an answer. See, it's fill in the blank. You have to have one.
Anything that's not a radish.
Yeah, I like radishes too.
Ew.
Broccoli.
Okay.
Broccoli. All right, Devin, what you got?
All right, Roser. So, Twitter.
That's like if you just asked me to come up with a question, and I just yeah.
All right, Twitter released a new feature yesterday, a new voice feature.
Yeah.
You can now voice your tweets instead of just video and words.
But I don't, you have to be special to have it.
Yeah, only some people got it.
You know, some people, the Grizzlies Twitter account got it because I used it yesterday. Not everybody has it yet, but when it does hit all of your phones, the way you use this feature will be.
Fill in the blank, sucker.
I won't.
Yeah, I won't either.
I don't use voice texting,
Lane.
so
But
like, why would I?
People like you should use it, like
Yeah.
who have a medium where you talk all the time.
Yeah. Just me for, basically how I use Twitter is to either promote stuff or
Yeah.
crack jokes. You know what I mean? That's it. Or do voices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should do voices.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
do
For
voices.
sure. Like, yeah, obviously, yeah, I would, use voices. And I will get my kids to use voices to yell at people or whatever. I mean, I guess that's how I
do
would
Vinny Verno.
I would do it to try to be fun. Well, the truth is, it does not benefit me greatly. I can already do a friggin' video if I want to.
Yeah.
So what do I need to? I can do a video. What do I need the voice thing for?
So you can play. You can like do like random voices. Like you could have words and you could say.
Yeah.
But
this is how I view it, right? Unless I'm wanting to say a lot, which is rare on tweets, right? If I, to you, sent you, you would much rather me send you a text than a voice text.
This has been the best of the Chris Vernon Show, presented by Direct Auto Insurance. Tune in to the live show daily at noon or on demand by heading over to grindcitymedia.com or Grind City Media on YouTube.